So this is going to be the first power-up test of my, I've got too many cables here, my PiDP-8I that we've assembled in the last couple of videos. I've got the Raspberry Pi mounted on the back. The Raspberry Pi was set up last night, a fresh install of Debian, not Debian, Raspbian. And then via the information on the website, I installed the PiDP-8 software and it came up and ran. So this is really the first time I've integrated this with the PCB. And apologies again, I am working around a camera and various other things here. So let's power it up. Hopefully we'll see some LEDs light. We should also see the monitor in the background wake up. Apologies also for the lighting here. So there's Raspbian starting up. And I think the manual said this could take 20 or 30 seconds before it's fully up. Well, we've already got some LEDs lit. Let me kill some of the lighting here. We've got some LEDs lit. Monitor looks like it's in a different resolution than it was last night. I'm not sure why. Oh, I actually see flickering on them. So let's grab the console here on the PiDP-8. Why do I not seem to have a keyboard working? There it is. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure why the resolution's so low. I guess it's good for the camera. And I believe at this point I can just type in PiDP-8I and get to the PiDP-8I and get to the console. And that's correct. We're seeing the simulation, so that's a good thing. We've got some LEDs blinking, and reading through the instructions here, I can stop the simulation, hopefully, and PiDP-8I, stop. And we've stopped it, and then we want to run. So I'm typing on a little tiny keyboard here that's attached via Bluetooth directly to the Raspberry Pi. Sorry, I can't talk here, and I want to type in PiDP-8I-test. And as I read this, this should test LEDs. Oh, I can already see 2 that are out, 3 that are out. Wow, okay. We've got LED problems, it looks like. Huh. Okay. Try to get this all on camera here. Cables are making it tough. Yeah, there's one there that's out. I'm going to see if I can bend it down. There's one there that's out. It's hard to see from that. There was a third one I thought we spotted. Oh, it's reading the switches at this point, so that's not... Let me see if I can Control C here and run the test again. And it looks like this one up here is out as well. All the LEDs are off. That one's just bent a little bit. So based on what I'm seeing here, I don't think I have any row or column shorts. I just have some LEDs that don't want to light. 3 of them. You know, per his notes up on the website, this could be cold solder joints. I could potentially have them in backwards, although I don't think I do. So I'm going to Control C here again and run the test one more time. It sure appears to be just those three. They all do turn off. Well, that's disappointing. I usually have better luck than that. Yep, I've got three that are just plain unhappy. From here it moves on to the key switches. And of course, do I have anything down here that I can use as a jumper link? Across switches. I don't know that I don't think I can get this little screwdriver here to work. Well, we're going to have to go up to the actual bench upstairs, address these LEDs, and see if we can figure out why they're not working. So we'll do that next. Control C, get back to the Pi, shut down, -H. Now we'll shut the Raspberry Pi down clean. And with that, I'll see you back up on the bench. So obviously we're up on the bench, and I want to investigate why these LEDs don't light. And I think the first thing I'm going to try here is a diode test. Sometimes a diode tester can pass enough current to light an LED up. We've got the spares here. Let me get my meter into diode test. And we'll see if we can get flats over there. See if it's enough to light them up. And it is. You can see it light up there. So I'm hoping to be able to somehow magically get contact on the back of these and see if they'll light. This might be a little bit tricky. See if I can find some better glasses so I can see what I'm doing. First thing I'm going to look at here actually right now is to make sure the flats are all the same orientation. And that guy. Okay, I can see it better there. And they look like they're in the correct orientation. So let's see if I have any shot getting probes on there and seeing if that guy will light. I believe it's this one here. So I don't hear. Let's check another one. I think I've got the. So I'm looking at other LEDs quick. And that is this one right here. And he actually doesn't light. Have I got a bad LED? Have I damaged them? So that was that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in on that row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I seem to have damaged somehow some of the LEDs. I wonder how I pulled that off. And there was a third one right there. Oh, Rosie, or not Rosie, shoot, Daisy, you're fine. So at this point, I'm going to pull those three. I don't really know where else to go with it. So it's that one. There's three of them that are bent over. So we'll remove this one first. Get some tools in place here. See if we can figure out why this is. Oh, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? I've lost track of which ones. It's this guy right here. Not release him. There he came out. That one. This is really hard to do with a very close spacing. That one. And these big old fingers of mine in this one. So those three were the three that we seem to have issue with. Let's go ahead out of circuit and test them. I must have damaged these somehow. So the flat is that lead there. Really doesn't light. Huh. Luckily he sent enough spares. You're being a little pain. You're not helping me shoot video at all with that yapping. Daisy, you can't come in here. Hey! No, those three just are not happy LEDs. Let's try the spares lights. That kind of failure rate, it really makes it feel like I must have done something to damage these. All three of those work. So we can go ahead and put those on the board. Let's see. The long lead is this way. And I'm looking at the little symbol down here on the board to remind me which side the long lead goes to. And that way. I flared the legs just a bit. We'll solder one side of those, we'll push them up flush, and then solder the other side. I've bent enough of these poking around on the board that gonna have to rely on the little alignment board to align these well. And this guy right here. He seemed not totally flush. There, he moved down flush. Let's hit the other leg. I think I have one spare left. And that's this one that the leads got bent up on that removed from the board. But still, I'll get all these captured so I don't lose them. Oh, have I already lost one of the three I pulled? This is kind of how it always works. Where's my, that's not the good glasses. Where's the good glasses? Oh, it's going to be that day. Get the tools turned off. Okay, this is a complete mystery to me at the moment as to where that third pulled LED went. It obviously vanished with my glasses that have also just kind of vanished. Oh, come on, I was sitting right here. I tell you, this gets old. It really does. That's the ones I was wearing with magnification. This is another pair with magnification. Another pair with magnification. I have... Is this them? No. Well, I will stop recording here and spend the next several hours looking for my glasses that I laid down here and had vanish. We'll get back on the bench downstairs and test. So we're back downstairs after replacing the three LEDs on the board. And I'm going to go ahead and power it up here, and we'll get back around to where we can get into that test program. Oh, if I can find the power lead. And hopefully those LEDs now work. And we can move on to the keyboard test. It's really cramped down here. This really isn't a workbench. Hopefully we'll see the monitor come up as well. There's the monitor coming up. You should see the Pi boot. And we've got LEDs lighting again. Hopefully we'll get the desktop on the Pi. There it is. I don't know why the resolution's so screwed up here. I should be able to open up a terminal session. PiDP-8I will grab me the console the emulation's running in. We can open up another terminal session. I think it was PiDP-8I stop to stop the emulation. And then PiDP-8I-test to run the test. And let's just see now if we've got all the LEDs working. Hopefully that's somewhat in frame. That looks better. Everyone looks lit to me now. And it'll walk through the roll off, the rows and columns. I saw one not light. Hopefully it'll get picked up in a different test. There it is. Okay. And I think now it's doing reading the switches. Toggle any pattern desired. Control C to quit. I've got a switch here that I'm going to attempt to put in and just kind of hold it and toggle, and I'm not getting anything with that. I also brought down a capacitor with the leads bent that I might be able to get a, okay. So it did see that switch. I just need to work through all the switches. Saw that switch. So what I'm doing here, let's see if I can get one in shot here, is I'm just taking the top two leads here and I'm using the capacitor to connect them. I've just twisted the leads together in the little capacitor body as kind of a handle to hold on to it too, and I'm just walking through each switch position on the upper two contacts just to make sure it can read each switch. I see something happen on the screen each time. I'm not seeing multiple bits change there in the octal word. Just revalidating, just walking backwards down the list again, and just making sure I see an octal bit light up over there up the side of the screen. And I think we're all good. Oh, did you actually? What happened here? Okay, why did it stop seeing switches, or did it? Seeing that switch. Oh, it is seeing a switch here. I just missed the screen scroll. I think we're good. I think all the switches are good. I'll Control C here out of the test app if I can. Control C. We'll run it one more time, get all the LEDs on screen here. Everybody looks lit. It'll then turn them all off, and they're all off. And then it walks through all the rows, the various columns. I really think we've got it here. So why those three LEDs were no good, I don't know. I didn't test them before I soldered them in. And everyone can be addressed individually watching this pattern. And it's off to reading the switches. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the Pi down. Shut down -H now. And I'll head back up to the other bench and we'll solder switches.